Good afternoon and welcome to Quipu TV's coverage of Scottish hockey's big weekend live from the National Hockey Centre in Glasgow. I'm Jack McGill and I'm with you all weekend, bringing you live coverage of all 8 games from the National Hockey League as part of Scottish hockey's Awesome October. Delighted to tell you that this weekend's coverage is sponsored by Milne Craig Chartered Accountants and by Subway Eat Fresh. And we're grateful to the support of Scottish hockey sponsors Aberdeen Asset Management, PSL Team Sport and Canterbury for their support of hockey in Scotland and making this event possible. Former British Olympian and Scottish Commonwealth hockey player Graham Dunlop is with me in the commentary box and will be joined shortly by Callum MacLeod, who's the national team coach, performance director, and we'll be hearing what they have to say about this afternoon's match between Kelburn and Aberdeen Asset Management Gordonians. And you can have your say on this match as well by tweeting us, and the hashtag for Scottish hockey's coverage this weekend is Awesome October. So hashtag Awesome October if you'd like to have your say. And we've had a couple of tweets in over the course of the coverage from our first match this morning, and we'll be bringing those to you at half time. Anyway, the teams have finished their warm-up, and David Holmes, the stadium announcer, is standing by to introduce the teams in just a couple of minutes' time. So the match just concluded. PSL Team Sport Clydesdale against Dundee Wanderers. The final score was 2-2, and Graham and Fraser Hurst were watching this morning's match. What can we expect, Graham, from this match in comparison to the two teams we've just seen?
I think you'll see this game a little bit more structured, a little bit less sort of fragile and sort of hear-em-scare-em. Kelburn are just back from the EHL last weekend in Barcelona, so they were playing against some of the top side from Grunwald and Oranjevart from Holland. So they'll be using that sort of experience and game pace and knowledge and stuff there to try and hopefully outdo Dundee Gordonians, who are sitting middle table and doing quite well.
Well, we're ready to hand over to David Holmes, the stadium announcer, who's going to introduce the teams.
The second match this afternoon is Glenhill Kelburn versus Aberdeen Asset Management Gordonians. And run through the teams. For Kelburn, number 8, Michael Christie. Number 4, Michael Bramner. Number 22, Fraser Hutchison. Number 11, Mark Ralph. Number 5, Adam Bain. Number 7, Stuart Allen. Number 19, Ross McIntyre. Number 9 and captain, Johnny Christie. Number 17, John Martin. Number 10, Scott Sutherland. Number 2 and in goal, Barrows. Number 13, Ed Greaves. And number 16, Lee Morton. For Gordonians, number 1, Tom O'Kelly in goal. Number 15, Craig Harper. Number 25, Oscar Stewart. Number 21, Graham Pittenridge. Number 13, Tim Davidson. Number 22, Russell Davidson. Number 3, Ian Coffey, who is captain today. Number 5, Ali Dougal. Number 9, Andy Todd. Number 7, Martin Babicki. Number 11, John Hamilton. Number 16, Callum Swan. And finally, number 6, Grant Veach. Their coach is Mark Ramage. And the umpires today, Alex Fedenchuk and Ian Diamond.
So our thanks to David Holmes there for running us through the two teams this morning. You can see them all there just on your screen, shaking hands in the pre-match warm-up. So Graham, David's just run us through the team sheets for both teams. Who stands out for you? Who should we be looking out for?
I'll start off with Kelburn. Looking at the Kelburn team, they've got Mark Ralph, who's over 150 caps for Scotland, and probably about 30 or 40 caps for Great Britain as well. Flair coach, fantastic player. They've got the two Christie brothers, Johnny and Michael, who are stalwarts of the Scotland team for many, many years. And they've also got a lot of good youngsters. Ed Greaves was a Scotland under-18 captain last year. Lee Morton, under-18 player. They've got Scotland players all over. So any one of the Kelburn team are people to look out for. Gordonian side, Craig Harper at the back, Scotland player of past note. They've got Ali Dougal, was part of the under-18 squad last year. Grant Veach is a Scotland youth player as well. So perhaps more players to look out for on the Kelburn side than is on the Gordonians side.
So what is it, Graham, about Kelburn? They seem to they seem to either, do they steal good players? Do good players just gravitate naturally towards them? They have a fairly formidable reputation.
Like any club, they don't steal players, any club attract players. But Kelburn have had over the years a very, very good youth policy, and they've brought a lot of the youngsters through. So your Michael Bremner, Scotland player at the minute, he's come through the youth policy. Mark Ralph has a youth policy. Lee Morton, youth policy. Johnny and Michael Christie, youth. So they do attract players, but they do have a very, very good policy of bringing on their own.
Well, ready for the pushback. Callum MacLeod will be joining us shortly in the commentary box, but for now, I'll leave you in the capable hands of Graham Dunlop.
Good afternoon all, welcome to this game this afternoon. Kelburn against Gordonians. Kelburn, who have won the Scottish League now 9 years in a row, looking to make this number 10. I was really up against it this year. Lost a few of their main players from last year. A lot of their boys have gone down south to play down there to further their careers and university aspirations, etc. So it'll be interesting to see how they battle on today against a Gordonians team who are perhaps surpassing the thoughts of many for this season. And Mark Ralph intercepting the ball, passing it right. Morton on the ball. Christie quickly passing out to Bremner. It's Johnny Christie on the ball, using his pace, guiding it round, attacking the baseline. Michael Bremner on the ball. He's making sure he moves at 5 before it goes into the D. Shipping it in. There's Michael Christie on it now. Good strong tackle. Oh, it's a bit unfortunate. Umpire's blown it up against. Okay, Martin Babicki frustrated by that. Bain on the ball. Into the D. Perhaps a little high. A little forced, but no one at the end of it. It's a 16. Gordonians can start rebuilding. So Harper on the ball. Craig Harper, number 15, is one of the Scotland players, played for Scotland for over 7-8 years. A lovely pass. Number 11, John Hamilton, just putting that to the side netting. It's the first opportunity of the game, falling to Gordonians there. He'll be wishing he'd have done more than that from that opportunity. So, Michael Christie on it. Bremner out wide. Johnny Christie leading out wide. Good save by the goalkeeper, Tom O'Kelly. Tom O'Kelly himself, a very good player. Represented Scotland at various age groups throughout his career. Just off the foot of Michael Christie there, as Kelburn tried to work that into the edge of the D. It's picked up over his head. Unlike EHL, where you can pick the ball up at any height, in Scotland we're still playing the ball must be picked up below shoulder height. Maybe in the future that might be a rule that comes into the game, that you can pick it up at any height as long as it's safe, but for just now it has to really be picked up below shoulder height. Pick up by Lee Morton to Bremner. It's off the post. Kelly has to tidy that one up. Gordonians number 11, Hamilton, certainly looks to have a set of wheels on him, reasonably fast. Ralph trying to feed that through. Harper on the ball, turns it over. Lee Morton leading wide, no one's out there for him. Michael Christie on the ball. Stuart Allen on it. Greaves on it. Good save, O'Kelly. Stuart Allen with a very good chance there to make it 1-0, but tied up by O'Kelly. 2-on-1 outside. Straight off the toe, that'll hurt. Long corner though to Kelburn. Brown round the ball. Harper nearly intercepting it from John Martin. Good skills there from John Martin, number 17 at Kelburn. It's Kelburn maintaining possession of the ball, is passing it and moving. Very simple. Those who followed the first game today, maybe that's something Clydesdale should have done a little bit more of. Just pass and move. Kelburn really are the exponents of that over the years. Great save, O'Kelly. Should definitely been the first goal for Kelburn there. A fantastic save from O'Kelly. Maybe he was watching Paul Johnson from earlier on. Wave after wave of Kelburn attack just now. Every time they attack, they're finding Tom O'Kelly in goal. Rather hard to beat. Pick up by Scott Sutherland. And the first goal of the game there. Kelburn's number 17, John Martin, finishing off there for a good run by Scott Sutherland. Having a look at that one. A few players arguing in the goal mouth there. Here it comes in. First attempt, comes back out. Scott Sutherland follows up. John Martin very quickly back up onto his feet, hammering it into the top of the net. John Martin, number 17. Kelburn gaining possession back, turned it over. Johnny Christie taking it in. 2-0. Straight into the D, under no pressure. Johnny Christie doesn't need a second invitation to shoot. Bang. 2-0. Really silly turnover. Quick pass from Lee Morton. Takes it in. Sets himself. Back post. 2-0. Oscar Stewart on the ball from Gordonians. I'm glad now to be joined by Callum MacLeod, National Performance Director of Scottish Hockey. What's your thoughts on this game so far then?
I haven't been able to watch it so far, but looking forward to the game. I think it should be very competitive. Two
very quick goals in succession there for Kelburn. John Martin followed up very, very quickly by Johnny Christie. So really the first opportunity of the game, Cam, Gordonians went up and put it into the side netting, but straight after that it's been wave upon wave of Kelburn attack.
Yeah, I think that's expected from the experience of the Kelburn team against the youth of the Gordonians team, apart from a couple of players that Gordonians have.
Craig Harper, one of those veterans you would maybe talk about?
Yeah, still a very good player, very effective from the back, and he should control the rest of his players from there, so hopefully they can defend a little bit better than they have been.
It's hard really to talk about him as a veteran. He's only 31.
That's a veteran in hockey terms now.
That must make you a super vet then.
That's why I don't play anymore.
Turned over there from Michael Christie. John Hamilton from Gordonians there, passing out wide. Todd on the ball. Missed trap from Veach, number 6 of Gordonians. So the ball back in line with the top of the D there. Stuart Allen with it. Bain on the ball at left back. So Kelburn just back last week from the EHL, Callum. They were playing against Ransvart and Grunwald of Poland. Two very difficult games, but unfortunately didn't make it through. But the experiences must be fantastic for the players.
Yeah, it was always going to be tough for them because they had lost so many experienced players to teams in England. Those players have gone down to England to play at a higher standard, so they prepare well for the Commonwealth Games. So it was always going to be tough. They've got a lot of young players that have been brought in who've just never experienced that standard. But yeah, as you say, a very good experience for them.
It's now a short corner to Kelburn. Scott Sutherland waltzing through 3 or 4 tackles and then halved as he's entering the D. So this could be the first chance to see Mark Ralph or Scott Sutherland himself at the top with a drag flick. And a very, very nice finish from Scott Sutherland. Straight flick, high into the keeper's right side, or left, right side, sorry. I want to look at that in the replay. Here it comes, straight out to the top. Sutherland on it, takes it in, boom, off you go.
Yeah, he had lots of time at the top there, so Gordonians are really going to have to put some bit more pressure on the drag flick at the top.
It's a nice lead outside. Callum Swan there. What can he make of this?
Scott Sutherland.
The scorer there was Scott Sutherland. So Craig Harper there turning the ball over, trying to find left back, stepping up. Left back was perhaps sitting back having a holiday, not wanting to go forward as much. In this modern game, every player really has to be going up and down the pitch all day long. Back across to Bremner from Allen. He's keeping possession nice and patiently at the back. And here's the Kelburn veteran Mark Ralph. This is Greaves on the ball. Greaves was under 18 Scotland captain last summer. Very good talent.
Easy.
Kelburn turning the ball over there. Todd on the ball, passing it down the line. Bremner there to stop that attack quite quickly. So Cam, how do you, in the sort of 2-3 months that this place has now been open, how are you feeling things are settling in at the National Hockey Centre?
Yeah, I think it's fantastic for all the staff. There's a really good feeling about this facility. The offices are a real change from Edinburgh, and it's just great to be at a facility or offices where there's hockey pitches, so it reminds you what you're doing every day. It's about the players and improving performance for me. And yeah, everybody's really enjoying it. It's a fantastic facility, and new life into the staff and new life into sport, I think, in Scotland.
To have 2 world-class pitches side by side at the offices is very, very rare. I know a lot of nations are jealous of us. Another Kelburn attack here. Bremner. Good composure there from Gordonians at the back. Stewart on the ball.
Watch it, Brownie, watch it.
Allen offering himself there on an overlap. Bremner choosing to go back round Michael Christie, sitting deep at centre mid. John Martin failing to pick up that, shinning it off the side. I always prefer to try and use my stick myself. Oh, take that. That's what you get for not stopping with your stick first. Straight into his hands. A sore one from John Martin. He gets some ice and he'll be fine, I'm quite sure.
Can I just walk on in?
Kelburn maintaining possession, passing it around the back. So Kelburn down to 10 men just now with John Martin off injured. He'll have a very good tackle from Lee Morton. So Kelburn still at 10. And that's then back to the full complement. Hutchison coming on to join us. So far is this game going the way you thought it would probably go, Callum?
Yeah, I think with the experience that Kelburn gained in the sort of match pace they'll be used to, then it was always going to be tough for Gordonians. I also know that Gordonians are short of a couple of players as well, so it's pretty much as expected. And I think, you know, at half time I think the coaches are just going to have to get a hold of the players and just change tactics a little bit if they've to get anything out of this game.
Michael Christie on the ball just now, trying to build things up for Kelburn. Looking to attack. One of the biggest talents Scotland's ever had, Michael Christie. Coming to prominence in the 2006 Commonwealth Games at the age of 18. Umpire Diamond stopping things for a second. Just trying to fix his hair there. Harter on the ball, looking to find someone up front, but Gordonians forwards is sort of standing still there. Need to try and lead a little bit wider.
Yeah, I think that the forwards are really in the same line there, so it's making a little life difficult to try and find them. They really need to maybe start from a higher position and then find the spaces out wide.
Kelburn down at 10 men with Johnny Christie in the sin bin for a couple of minutes. Oh, turned over by Lee Morton there, forcing it. Michael Christie quickly taking advantage of that. Greaves making a good lead wide. Oh, Greaves in the D. Oh, good chance for the young Paisley centre forward there.
Bring it back! Bring it back! Right back! Come on, Fraser, back!
So, midway through this first half, Kelburn are still 3 goals to the good. I'd like to thank Aberdeen Asset Management for the continued sponsorship of Scottish Hockey, along with today's 2 main sponsors, Subway and Milncraig Chartered Accountants, and also to PSL Team Sports and Canterbury for their assistance with Scottish Hockey. Without all these sponsors, an amateur sport like hockey struggles a little bit, so it's good to have all these people supporting them. So Kelburn just coming back to 11 players. Johnny Christie sitting in the sin bin for 2 minutes because they actually had 12 players on the pitch. So the captain gets sent off in that instance. But he is getting old, so it's a little break for him. His old legs can't cope with it too much these days. And here is the old man Christie. It's another old man, Ralph. Ralph turning the ball over.
Right back, Ralphie!
Lee Morton running it back for Kelburn.
Gordonians really find it difficult to hold on to the ball. They really need to try to hold on to the ball a lot longer and find some passes so they can just settle into the game much better.
Chance for Gordonians there at the back post. Callum Swan left unmarked there. A very easy opportunity to tap it in. Good work by Martin Babicki coming across. Puts it in towards the back post. And there he is. Unmarked. Bain, number 5 for Kelburn. Needs to be a little bit closer there. Kelburn want to keep a clean sheet, I think.
Yeah, a little bit surprised at Kelburn there. They gave the Gordonians forwards a lot of space, and really that should have been a goal to make it 3-1.
Well read by Harper there. Rolling back the ears as he strides forward. Ralph.
Come out, Lee, come out.
Down the line. Martin just mistrapping that one. Well read by Kelburn there.
You can see a real difference between the two teams and the time that they're giving each other on the ball. Gordonians are giving Kelburn a lot of time on the ball, and as soon as the Gordonians boys pick the ball up, they've got no time whatsoever. And
oh, it's turned over cheaply, straight to Johnny Christie. Johnny Christie, has he thrown that too far ahead of him? Well read by Tom O'Kelly in goals. Very good clearance, coming to the rescue of his teammates there. Good use there by Bremner. 2 on 1. Missed trap by Johnny Christie. Work back there by Stuart Allen, keeping things under control for Kelburn. Gordonian's ball on the left here. Harper on the ball, once again striding forward. Very good pass nearly from Harper, looking to find his forwards up there, making a lead from wide inside. Harper nearly threading it through the needle.
That's about three very nice passes they've made from the back there from Craig Harper, and the forwards just haven't been able to get onto them so far. So they really need to switch on to these great passes from their backs. Nice pass from Bremner there, but it's a little bit too fast for his right back, Hutchison. Good skills from Gordonians there. Ian Coffey, very nice, getting the ball moving very quickly. And here we go, Harper once more, gonna make it 4th time lucky. He can do. Good save by Barrows and goals there, but a fantastic pass once again from Harper. He's rolling back the years here. Greaves, here we go. Great pass forward from Greaves. Christie on it. Good tackle by Stewart though. Bremner to Christie, Michael Christie. Michael Christie back to Stuart Allen. So Gordonians just getting suckered further and further back here. You've got to be careful not to all get caught back there. Bremner with lots of time. Oh, chance there. Greaves at the back post. Lifted pass over, just failed to get onto the end of that one. again, Kelburn just finding so much space down the right hand side here. It's something that Gordonians will need to sort out for the second half.
Great skills by Lee Morton at the top of the D. He's winning himself a short corner, and another opportunity for Kelburn to make it 4-0. Prediction here for the short corner, Cam? Straight flick?
They seem to have had success from straight flicks, so I wouldn't see any reason to change it, particularly if Gordonians are not going to put pressure on top of the circle.
So the players going in the goal, getting their masks and boxes and gloves, etc. on, just to give themselves a bit of protection. Bremner at the top, ready to stop. This time it's Mark Ralph at the top of the D. Simple as that. Great finish by Mark Ralph. Poor push out by Adam Bain. Should have gone straight to Bremner, but it's gone straight to Mark Ralph, who's just taken it in and unleashed an unstoppable reverse stick shot into the bottom of the goal.
Yeah, Mark Ralph demonstrating fantastic skills. It's sometimes difficult to control the ball in the backhand, but he made no mistake for that.
So that's, here we go, from behind the goal, out. To be fair to the goalkeeper, Callum has gone straight through number one runner. He might not have seen it until late, but it is a very good finish from Mark Ralph. That's Kelburn 4, Gordonians 0. Good defending by John Martin, winning that ball back there. I do like the way Kelburn are just very controlled in possession of the ball. They don't force things, they just keep things simple. If it's not on forward, they just keep it and work it up. But now that I've said that, they'll probably not do that. A long scoop. Well picked up by Bain at left back for Kelburn. Back into the middle. Bremner to Morton.
Go, John!
For the 1-2, Christie not getting it. Forced pass by Allen. Relying on old man Ralph tidying things up there. Good tackle by Morton. Feeds it into the gap. Oh. Greaves there will be unhappy at that one. There's a chance to pick it up on the baseline under no pressure whatsoever.
Yeah, he'll be disappointed with that. He's an international player and really should be picking up those kind of balls.
A chance for Gordonians here. Oh, it's off a foot. Yep. Gordonians' first short corner of the game. A well worked passing move, good control at the top, the bouncing ball. Puts it onto a foot for a short corner. So, Gordonians lining up with number 25, Oscar Stewart at the top. Pulling out number 6, Grant Veach. Clock has been stopped. Umpire Diamond in control now on his whistle. Save there, Bert Craiger Sparrows just kicking to the side, relieving the danger. Gordonians just not getting the game started as quickly as they perhaps should do. They're giving Kelburn too much time to get back and get set up. It's a fantastic tackle by Michael Christie there, reached round and got that. Johnny Christie coming forward, holding nice and wide. John Martin failing to pick that one up. Now, chance for Gordonians to counter-attack on this. Oh, a poor pass by Babaki. So we're entering into the final sort of 10 minutes. Callum, what are your thoughts on this first half?
Gordonians have come into the game a little bit better now. Maybe Kelburn have just taken their foot off the pedal a little bit. They just need to keep a hold of the ball a little bit better. I mean, things like that. The pass they just made, again, unnecessary. They could have rolled it to the player and kept possession and got a good attack up the right.
So Kelburn on the prowl here. In their sort of right wing area. Greaves passing it back to Allen. And Bain entering the 25 towards the edge of the D. He's in the D under no pressure.
Corner.
Oh, bit of a stramash that, Callum, I think. Best way to describe that.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit of calmness in the circle, and they could have put it over the goalkeeper, but they were in there getting the rebounds, and that's the main thing.
This seems that so far in this first half, anytime Gordonians have turned the ball over or got the ball, they just give it straight back to Kelburn. They don't give themselves a chance.
Yeah, as I've said, they have to keep possession a little bit better than they are if they have to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. To be fair, Kelburn are putting a lot of pressure on the ball.
You'd expect that from Kelburn because they are, 9 times champions of Scotland?
Yeah, they're a very experienced team, and they know that you're not going to win too many matches if you don't put pressure on the ball and get players around the ball carrier. So they know all that, and maybe Gordonians will take that lesson from them.
Kelburn winning their third corner of the game there, just the ball put into the D and lifting up off a Gordonian stick. I think they've got on the pitch, they have got Mark Ralph again. One might come out to the stop at the top of the D and rather than doing it himself. What do you think?
Well, if it's an accurate push out, then I'm quite sure he'll go for the straight drag flick.
I think the best way to say that is I'd accept that as a goal myself. Would you?
Yeah, it was rather predictable, wasn't it?
As you said earlier, not no time, he was under lots of time at the top. He could basically pick where he wanted to put it, and Gordonians really have to put it under a little bit more pressure. But Ralph comes in very casually and just slots it high to the goalkeeper's left. No pressure whatsoever. Not many goalies are going to save that one.
Yep, to be fair, it was an excellent drag flick and gave the defender on the line and the goalkeeper very little chance.
And yet again, Gordonians win the ball back, but just straight away turn it over and give it straight back to Kelburn. Kelburn just biding their time, just picking it up.
Get it right back, John.
Gordonians really getting pushed back now. They really need to push up a little bit, and you need to use a free player a little bit further up the pitch, otherwise they're going to continue to give Kelburn a lot of time.
It's a great turn and roll by Lee Morton there.
Last two, guys. Last two, Ralphie.
Yeah, that's once again. Gordonians win it back and turn it straight over. Straight in. Short corner to Kelburn.
So I'm going to predict another straight drag flick here.
I would think so. I think Mark Ralph being on fire he is, he's just going to ping it in. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes low this time. Good save by O'Kelly there. Ralph going high to the goalkeeper's right side. Long corner. I think we're entering the sort of last minute here, Callum. What are your thoughts on this first half then?
Yeah, really totally dominated by Kelburn. I think Mark Ralph will be a little bit disappointed by his drag flick there. It was pretty much at the goalkeeper, and as you say, I think he should have gone low just to keep the goalkeeper guessing where he's going to go.
So I think Kelburn will just probably see out this last 30 seconds. They're not going to force anything, not forced anything in this whole half, so they'll be content going in 5-0 up at half time. Oh, Ralph though turning over as after saying all this, giving Gordonians a chance to attack. They had the first chance of the game. Could they have the last chance of this first half? So, I think Kelburn have done well enough just to force them back. 2 seconds to go, bringing the first half to an end. At the end of the first half, Kelburn 5, Gordonians 0. Your thoughts, Callum?
Yeah, they're obviously going to have to change tactics a little bit, Gordonians, to get something out of this, and the key for me is not to give them as much time. Try to get their spare player at the back, push him further up so they can release players to put pressure on the Kelburn players. They're just getting far too much time in the ball. And also notice that the attack at the end there that they had, then they had a lot of players in front and then they had a lot of players behind, but they had very little support, so they really need to play much better as a team to retain the ball.
Okay, we're going to have a look through the goals of the first half here. Okay, Cameron's first one. First one I think was by John Martin. A diving attempt at first, followed up by Scott Sutherland. Rebounded straight back to John Martin, who very quickly got back up on his feet to hit it high into the roof of the net, just missing his teammate Johnny Christie at the back post there. The second one followed up very quickly after that. Johnny Christie himself this time was given far too much time inside the D, and if you give him that much time he's going to score, making it 2-0. The third one is a drag flick. Scott Sutherland high into the goalkeeper's right side. Another short corner brought on the fourth goal for Kelburn, but this time it was a bad push out by Adam Bain, and it went straight to Mark Ralph, who's just getting a reverse stick and hit it reverse stick into the corner bottom left of the goal. Goalkeeper is fairly unsighted, but it's quite a bad goal to concede. And lastly, last goal, yet again one more short corner. Mark Ralph this time just simply flicked it high into the goalkeeper's right side, or left side, sorry, just coming off his glove I think a fraction. So it leaves the score at half time 5-0. Second half coming up. I think we'll have to see Kelburn will be trying to keep going, scoring a few more goals. I'd imagine Gordonians will maybe try and change things around a little bit just to try and stop the rot, as they say.
So 5-0 at half time in our feature game from the National Hockey League today. Kelburn running riot against Aberdeen Asset Management Gordonians. We've been asking you to get in touch with us throughout the morning and the early afternoon. On Twitter, Scottish Hockey are running a hashtag Awesome October for the big weekend, and we have been looking at your tweets. Some of them complimentary, some of them less so. Ewan EJ Donoghue says great coverage today, looking forward to Kelburn against Gordonians. I hope for your sake, Ewan, you are a Kelburn fan. Other comments regarding some of the commentary, some positive comments for Graham in the commentary box, less so for Fraser. If Fraser Hurst, who was commentating earlier on, if I can, if the producer can find the tweet for us. From Laura McKelvey, who says Fraser had your commentary cliche count in the thousands today already. Absolutely loved it. So she's clearly enjoying it, but it's great great for some of the players, Graham, to get involved in commentary and get involved in covering the game that they play on a weekly basis.
Very few of these players will ever experience being on TV, let alone having someone commentating their game. So it's something that's fantastic as a player to play in front of people watching and in front of the TV and have someone comment. It's a bit of the not usual, right? It's not normal for us to have that, so it provides a little bit of sort of something extra. So it's great to have.
We had a tweet earlier on at the start of the day from one of Nicola Scraston's friends who was hopeful that she might get a turn in the commentary chair. For those of you who don't know, Nikki started working for Quipu TV recently as an intern, so but I think she'll be strictly in front of the camera today as a player.
If she wants to turn up tomorrow morning, she's more than welcome to help me out if she wants to come along. I think
She's
Nikki's
right behind
in the
us.
audience behind us somewhere.
So second half to come, Graham, is all hope lost for Gordonians? Do you see any way back into this match for them?
I wouldn't have thought Gordonians are going to get anything out of this match at all. I think Kelburn have got the game sewn up. What I do think is that I think Gordonians will come back and they'll score some goals. They'll change things around. But I think they've got to use the second half as building for games tomorrow and games in the coming weeks. I think they can write the game off in terms of getting anything out of it and just use it as building blocks for the rest of the season.
Well, thank you for your tweets so far today. We hope that you'll keep tweeting as the day goes on. Remember, the hashtag for Twitter is Awesome October. So the hashtag is Awesome October. The umpires have blown their whistle and are ready for the second half. Callum McLeod has joined us again in the commentary box. A reminder that this weekend's live streaming is sponsored by Milne Craig Chartered Accountants and Subway Eat Fresh, and we're grateful also to Scottish Hockey's principal partner Aberdeen Asset Management for their continued support. Teams are coming out to the middle.
Craig Harper leading the Gordonians team out like a youthful 12-year-old, excited to be back playing. First man on the pitch, reliving his youth.
So let's rejoin our commentary team of Callum McLeod and first Graham Dunlop.
And Kelburn rejoining is now back in the field of play, slowly but surely. The last man there, veteran Mark Ralph, easily spotted on the field of play. Callum, what do you reckon?
Yeah, he's very easily spotted.
Before you say it, one like myself. Thinning on top.
Yeah, follically challenged, I think, is the phrase, yes.
The rain stopped this second half. Might even see the sun coming out soon. Who knows? That'd be nice. So, Ed Greaves to get second half restarted. There's Tom O'Kelly and Fergus Barrows in goals. They've got their masks and gloves, etc. all sorted. So Kelburn starting the game. Score from the first half was Kelburn 5, Gordonians 0. I'm sure we'll see some more goals in the second half. Kelburn keep going at the pace they were playing at in the first half. I'm sure there'll be one or two more.
Yeah, the game basically started as it finished, with Kelburn retaining possession and attacking the circle. Again, haven't changed anything about their tactics, putting pressure on the backs, full court press.
Well, missed trap there by Gordonians, letting the ball go off. Again, similar to the first half, just giving the possession away too cheaply. First time ball down line by Hutchison, good idea. John Martin skillfully picking it up, weaving in and out. Beat the player once, doesn't need to beat him 3 or 4 times though, Callum.
No, he was away and he should have attacked the circle at that point and then not pulled the ball back quite as much, and a little bit of a loose pass at the end there.
Good sharp pass there from Craig Harper. Really has been the sort of standout player for Gordonians in the first half, and let's see if he can maintain that into the second half. Well, as Bain turns the ball over rather poorly.
Again, just a lack of support for Gordonians going into the circle here. There's too many players standing watching. They really need to get support for the player on the ball.
They've only got one person in the D. Nice skills, Lee Morton. Some good pressure though from Babaki. Putting pressure on Lee Morton, forcing him to make a bad pass, putting it off the side of the pitch. Oscar Stewart on the ball. Harper screaming for it. Russell Davison giving it to Harper. Harper some skills. Oh. Quick Harper, a PE teacher at Robert Gordon School up in Aberdeen. Passing the ball about nicely. Missed trap there from Babaki, resulting in turning over to Kelburn.
Yeah, Stewart's played some nice balls into the circle, but the forwards haven't quite got a grip of the ball. Again, just holding on to the ball a little bit too long when there was a pass forward there.
Pressure, guys, pressure!
Good tackle by Bremner. Just held up there and they're off. Greaves is taking it. Quick pass out to Christie. Oh, well won back though. Stewart, Oscar Stewart there. Finds Babaki. Pass out to the left. Here we go. Dougal on the ball. What can Ali Dougal do here? Good work back by Morton. Stuart Allen rather bravely leaving that one at the edge of on the baseline. I'd rather see my players try and pick that one up.
Yeah, it was a better passage of play by Gordonians. Managed to hold on to the ball and string some passes together, and if they can just do that a little bit quicker, then they'll get a little bit more success.
Nearly very nice, nearly very nice. Little crisp passing from Morton and Hutchison. Harper again on the ball. Mark Ralph rolling that forward into it's a poor pick up though. Maybe these Kelburn players are getting tired, Callum.
Yeah, they maybe just took the foot off the pedal a little bit. They shouldn't be too tired. They've had most of the possession and haven't done too much running during this game, so just a little bit slack. Just need to secure the ball and then pick passes after that.
I think Kelburn go down to 10 men here. Yep. Michael Bremner not 5 metres away from that foul, going into tackle. He's going to take a wee seat, but get his legs up for 2 minutes. It's really weak by Ali Dougal there. Needs to be stronger on the ball. Stuart Allen running forward with it. Well, to his credit, very well done by Ali Dougal. Made up for his early mistake. We're working back there. Tied it up by Ralph at the back. Ralph was a member of the Great Britain squad who prepared for Beijing in 2008. Played in the qualifying tournament out in Chile. Oh, so Gordonians short corner.
Yeah, again, secured the ball and made the simple pass and into circle and found a foot. Yeah, really made it look quite easy.
Going to take a guess here, Cam, looking at the way Gordonians are setting up. That's Oscar Stewart, number 25, is going to do something from the top of the D.
Yeah, the last one that he took, obviously the stick just went under the ball, so he'll be keen to make amends for that.
Oh. Goal from Oscar Stewart there for Gordonians. I think it came off the number 1 runner, and kind of goalkeeper was wrong-footed and just flapped at it a little bit. Not one for the goalkeeper's scrapbook, that's for sure. Let's have a look at that one again. Yep, straight off the number 1 run. I think it was Lee Morton running out there. So, first goal of the second half. Gordonians bringing it back in. Is this the story, the fairy tale comeback though, Callum?
No, I can't say. I think if anything, this is it's going to increase the pace of the Kelburn attack, and yeah, it's great that Gordonians have got the goal, and we'll push for more. But no, I can't see it.
Good save, O'Kelly once more. He really has been outstanding so far. Even considering he's conceded 5 goals, he has been very, very impressive. Tackle by Christie, Michael Variety that one is. Here's the Jonathan Variety. Strong tackle by Johnny Christie. Johnny rather ungentlemanly giving his stick back to his opponent there. Lee Morton, top of the D. Oh, he finds Bremner in the back. Bain tries to steal in there. A little bit scrappy the last 4 or 5 minutes since that goal. Oh, well read by Stuart Allen. Keeps it tidy.
Yeah, impressive play by Stuart Allen. He wins the ball, he passes it immediately, and he's in the attacking 25. So excellent play by Stuart Allen.
Oh, once again, very good save. As said, Tom O'Kelly and the Gordonians goal really has been outstanding so far. And considering he's conceded 5 goals, you look at it and think, oh, it's not very good, but he has been in top form. As Callum was saying there, Stuart Allen really playing very, very well, just keeping things simple. Hockey is a simple game. But Stuart Allen is actually a Gordonians boy. He's from Aberdeen, used to play for them. This is very much he wants to play well in this game. So far, so good for him.
Harper playing quite a roving role. He was over in the left half position, and now he's in the right half position. And back to the middle now.
He's the free man at the back. He's playing the libero role at the back, I think that's what people say. Here is it, centre mid now, look at him. He's all over the shop. Harper always read the game very well. Playing with myself at the same teams, he read the game extremely well. Got into very good positions. Well done there. Michael Bremner dribbling into the D, winning a foul. And Kelburn's 4th short corner.
Yeah, very calmly done by Bremner. Just intention of winning the foul and getting the corner there. Very calmly done, very impressive.
Who's on at the top here? Do they have Sutherland and Ralph? Nope, they do not. Scott Sutherland is off, so the likelihood is going to be Mark Ralph doing something at the top. They do have an option left, Lee Morton.
Yeah, I think they'll stick with the drag flick, but I could be proven wrong in a few seconds.
Another bad push out though from Bain, going a begging, and Mark Ralph having to try a reverse stick shot there. And unfortunately this time he's lifting it into the player on the post. That's maybe an area for concern for Kelburn over the next few weeks, as their short corner injection and general routine. Oh, but seeing that, Gordonians turn the ball over. Greaves square at the top. Yep. Johnny Christie really should have tried to find the guy free at the back post there and shooting himself.
Yeah, I think maybe the fact that Kelburn are 5-1 up, then you know, if they were a goal down or it was a draw, maybe they would have passed it. But no excuse really. It should have been passed to Ed Greaves on the back post there.
A risky pass, but it's come off. Ball now right back for Gordonians. Just watching any time Gordonians have the ball, seem to have 3 Kelburn players around them in very quick succession, just to put them under pressure. They work in packs very, very well. Yeah,
that's one of the major differences between the teams.
Lee Morton now on the left, cutting inside. Work back by Babicate. Finding Johnny Christie at the edge of the D. Good save, O'Kelly. Well done by Coffey. One back by Bremner though. Bremner trying to find a foul. Fortunately not finding much else. In fact, you can't find anything whatsoever. Finds the ball back to Gordonians.
Yeah, it was really good umpiring, because that was a difficult position to actually see what happened there. So excellent umpiring by Ian Diamond.
It's not often we hear that, compliments about the umpires, but yes, Ian Diamond, one of the top umpires in the country, up and coming. Himself an ex-player, playing for Clydesdale 2s. Occasionally for the first when he was a boy. Sun is now coming out. Next time, no Callan will be snowing again.
Again, just far too much time for the Kelburn players on the ball, but an error there. But they've got to really close that down much quicker.
Scott Sutherland doesn't look happy on this pitch here. He's walking off. Whoa. Yeah. Hutchison trying to get the ball out the back there. Camley taken away, but giving it straight to Harper. Harper. Very good. Fantastic ball in for Harper and a good finish there. Gordonians getting their second. As we've said, it's that man Harper distributing from the back. It's causing all sorts of problems.
Yeah, another great pass by Harper, and this time finding the forward. Yeah, it's good movement there by the forward, and yeah, simple goal because of good movement by the forwards.
So, fairy tale still on. 20 minutes to go.
I'm still not predicting it's not going to be a fairy tale.
Believe, Callum, believe. Kelburn having plenty of opportunities, but just not capitalising them on them in the second half.
Yeah, what I think Kelburn will discuss is the fact that, you know, the way they played the first half, they should have just played the second half, and it's not quite the same for them.
Johnny Christie just get caught waiting in the ball there. You've got to lead towards the ball. Don't wait for the ball to come to you. Good pass into the D, well read by Ralph. Morton winning the ball back. Strong tackle there. Tim Davison Gordonians.
Yeah, Gordonians just starting to believe that they can get something out of this game, and they're putting more pressure on the Kelburn players.
That's the fairy tale, Callum. So Kelburn on the attack. Well read by Stewart, covering from right back over to the left there. So midway through this second half, Gordonians have come back into the game with 2 quick goals, make it 5-2. It's the first day of Awesome October, SHU run National League events all at the same venue here at Glasgow National Hockey Centre. This event sponsored by Milne Craig Chartered Accountants and Subway, along with the SHU sponsors Aberdeen Asset Management and PSL Sports Canterbury. Kelburn just don't seem to have the urgency to go and attack this second half. Michael Brown, there was so much time, was just almost looking to go backwards with it.
Yeah, they just need to get back into what they're doing in the first half, and that was moving the ball quickly, finding the passes, the players working hard off the ball. They're starting to do it now. Good attack from them now, building up.
And Gordonians on the attack here. Well won by John Martin. Good tackle from Adam Bain to set that up. Yeah. Gordonians get the ball back. Some big tackles going in from the Kelburn team on the left side here. Adam Bain and Fraser Hutchison not afraid to throw their stick in.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of frustration creeping into the Kelburn play.
Pick up by Greaves there into Bremner in the middle of the park. I just lost a Kelburn player standing still. I think I've just overheard Bremner on the pitch saying that. Everyone's just standing still. Kelburn just needs to get moving again. The movement from the first half. Oh, Baines. Terrible pass off the side of the pitch. Good work though from Michael Christie. Michael Bremner on the ball. Oh, nearly a very good goal there, but good defending for Gordonians. Once again, great save from O'Kelly. He really is playing well. A day for goalkeepers to be on top. John Martin trying to win that ball back. Coffey from Gordonians is very, very casually gaining control of the game there. As with the first half, they've just given the ball straight back to Kelburn. They can now build from the back and try and get their 6th goal. Good skills from Lee Morton there. Yes, stepping up from the right back. No, Michael Bremner just overrunning the ball there.
Yeah, nice skills by Lee Morton to open up the right hand side of the pitch and just overrun by Michael Bremner.
Oh, yeah. Certain theme here running for Gordonians. Get the ball, hit it into the D, and seems to be a goal coming from it. And as I said earlier on, the fairy tale is continuing.
I'm starting to worry that you might actually know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Here we go, ball straight into the D. Not sure if that was perhaps an own goal.
Yeah, I think it was an own goal.
But now scores 5-3. The 5 goal cushion is down to 2. There's still 13 minutes left. Can Gordonians get something out of this game? Baines under all sorts of pressure here at left back. Missed traps, bad passes. Maybe Veach has got him on the rocks. So Bremner on the ball. Michael Christie. Yep, straight running at front stick of Oscar Stewart. You're not going to get past him.
Almost a great ball by Oscar Stewart there.
Just remember, Callum, fairy tales can come true.
I'm still predicting a win for Kelburn here, but
Yeah.
it's great to see Gordonians get back in the game.
I think it's too much for Gordonians to come all the way back into it. Kelburn have taken the foot right off the gas. I think you might see a sort of 5-minute blast of Kelburn's after them and score a couple maybe.
Yeah, they won't settle for this.
Good tackle by Johnny Christie though, winning the ball back for Kelburn. Mark Ralston forced him to just hitting it into the D, and now Gordonians have got a counter-attack. Surely not. Oh, that's a fantastic save on the line. Superb. Stuart Allen.
Yeah, I don't think Stuart Allen has put a foot wrong the whole game.
I think both sets of players are sort of standing looking at each other, not sure what's happening. Now here's Kelburn on the attack. 3 against 6. What can they make of this?
Yeah, the Kelburn players just need a bit of urgency here. They're strolling up from the back, and they really need to get back to how they played in the first half.
Bit of jet lag from the EHL, do you think?
Yeah, maybe a bit of tiredness creeping in, as you said earlier on.
Stuart Allen on the ball. What can he see going forward for Kelburn? Keeps it simple, gives it back over to Ralph. Entering the last 10 minutes of this game. 5-3 to Kelburn. It was 5-0 at half time though, so Gordonians are right back in this match. It's a great pass from Stuart Allen, finding Greaves inside the 25 of Gordonians. Kelly relieving the danger. Here's Lee Morton. Finding nothing in the D. Kelburn just keeps in possession of the ball a little bit more now. Good dummy there from John Martin, straight onto the foot of Gordonian's player, just outside the D though, so only a free hit. Mark Ralph. It's that final little pass, final little bit of skill, it's just not quite there for Kelburn just now.
It's a very slow, deliberate and controlled build-up by Kelburn, but not quite finding that final pass there. Again, good work by Tom O'Kelly in goal.
Oh, there's a chance, goes a begging for Gordonians. Oh, Harper reads it. Casual as a light from Harper, sucking Michael Christie in. I think Michael Christie will have a wee seat for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, Craig Harper just using his experience to draw the foul there, and Kelburn now down to 10 men at a crucial point in the game.
I'm impressed with the way Gordonians have played the second half. Really have been. Got the sense of purpose, trying to do things. Still a chance for Gordonians. Johnny Christie relieving the pressure for Kelburn, is throwing the ball down the pitch.
Yeah, if that goal had gone in, then it was going to be an exciting 8.5 minutes, so they've got to keep the pressure on here. Can they sneak something from this game?
Another good pass from Harper. Tim Davison on the ball inside the Kelburn 25. But yeah, again, Stuart Allen just tidying things up. Real composure about that player, Stuart Allen. Really impressed with him today.
Yeah, I think he's had a very impressive performance for Kelburn today.
Mark Ralph just controlling the game, just killing it a little bit, taking his time making the passes. The game really has lost its urgency, and its sort of the dynamics have slowed right down.
Yeah, Kelburn just quite happy to pass the ball about and just wait and run the clock down.
Fraser Hutchison moving forward, but tackled illegally though. Pass it on to Bremner, who just turns the ball over cheaply and just chases in and dives in after it. So Davison on the ball. Well won though by Michael Christie, unlucky. Goes off the pitch. Michael Christie wins the ball. Harper's on it now. What can Harper do? Oh, short corner, Gordonians. 6 minutes left. Short corner.
Yeah, Kelburn just looking a little bit tired, and maybe you're right, they're just feeling the effects of competing in the EHL previous weekend.
So who Kelburn got behind there? But Mark Ralph, Michael Christie, Michael Bremner, and Fraser Hutchison back in that post, I think it is. So oh, it's a goal! 5-4, 5 minutes left. I'm not going to say it, Callum.
We're definitely in for an exciting last 5 minutes here. Fantastic stuff by Gordonians to get back into this match.
Certainly didn't see this happening at half time. Well, Mark Ralph, player coach of Kelburn, will not be happy with his troops. Ball across from Mark Ralph. Taking their time building things up. Great pass from Stuart Allen. Nice bit of skill from Michael Bremner. Still got it. Still battling through. It's their ball. He takes it quickly. He's turned the ball over. Can Gordonians keep that in? Ooh. Poor pick up from Johnny Christie. It's calmly won back there by Mark Ralph. Composure, didn't throw it away, kept possession.
Gordonians just running out of time here, just over 2.5 minutes left.
It's a good ball across the back though from Adam Bain, opening space up for Lee Morton to perhaps run into. No one really wanting the ball from them, everyone's just standing still, expecting someone else to do something. So here's Morton, the edge of the D, taking it in. His usual spin. No one there though. Finds Michael Christie at the top. Michael Christie unleashes a rasping shot just past the back post though.
Yeah, excellent play by Michael Christie, and really Kelburn should have had somebody at the back post. No doubt it was a shot by Michael Christie, but if there's somebody at the back post, they might have just sealed this game and taken the pressure off.
Just under 2 minutes left. Can the impossible happen? Can Gordonians get an equaliser? John Martin on it.
Gordonians are really going to have to put pressure on when the ball goes to the Kelburn backs here if they're going to get something from this. They're running out of time.
And Kelburn will be seeing the last minute and a half out with 10 players. Michael Bremner has been sent off yellow card. That's his game over. John Martin on the ball. Went to the last minute. Oh, he's giving it away. Oh. Fraser Hutchison on the ball. So any thoughts on man of the match then, Callum, as we enter this last minute?
Yeah, my man match has been Stuart Allen. I don't think he's made a mistake. He took a ball off the line. That would have made it 5-4 with I think just under 10 minutes to go, and he's made some very good passes forward. So for me, Stuart Allen.
Yeah, I think a couple of guys from Gordonians, Craig Harper, Tom O'Kelly, certainly in goals has been outstanding, but I do have to agree, I think Stuart Allen has been fantastic. Really has kept the game very simple, not turned possession over, done his job as a defender, leading ahead, trying to get in, score some goals. Looks like my fairy tale's not going to come true, is it?
No, game's about to end.
That's a final hooter, bringing the end to this game. Final score here in Glasgow Green is Kelburn 5, Gordonians 4.
Thanks, Graham and Callum. A game of two halves there, very much. 5-0 at half-time, 5-4 at full-time. Kelburn defeating AAM Gordonians in the end here. What a dramatic match that was. So Graham, a good opportunity to go through the goals. I'm not sure we've even got time before the end of this programme to go through 9 goals, but let's see what we can do with the first goal and talk us through the first half here.
First goal, I think it was John Martin. Kelburn attacked down the left. He had a chance to reverse stick from close to the byline. Keeper's made a good save. Scott Sutherland followed it up. And John Martin very quickly got back up onto his feet and just shot high into the roof of the net. So 1-0 to Kelburn. That was very quickly followed by Gordonians turning the ball over, giving it straight to Johnny Christie, who just walked straight into the D. Under no pressure, you don't give him a second chance, he just scores all the time. So he made it 2-0. The third goal is Scott Sutherland, a straight flick at a short corner, high into the roof of the net. Pretty much an unstoppable flick. And the next one was Mark Ralph at a short corner, but this time not a flick, a reverse stick hit. A bad injection. Made the most of it, so can't complain at that. 4-0, and then the last one in the first half, Kelburn's fifth goal, was a straight flick from Mark Ralph himself. This time putting it high into the roof of the net. Off the goalkeeper's glove a fraction, I think. So a 5-0 at half time was looking fairly comfortable for Kelburn, but Gordonians, to their credit, came right back into it and scored 4 unanswered goals and making a real contest of it. The first one here, short corner, it did come off the number 1 runner's stick and left Fergus Barrows in goals a little bit sort of flapping. And the second one from Gordonians was a good ball into the D from Craig Harper. And it's a simple deflection past the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper had no chance, make it 5-2.
Just watch that one again from better angle.
It's a very good finish. Very, very good finish. And that was by Martin Babiquet, I think. Now, third goal. Again, a similar sort of thing, just hit into the D. And I think that came up off Fraser Hutchison's stick, so it was an own goal. But a very similar one to the goal they'd scored before. And then the last goal, the fourth goal.
And at this stage, though, worth also pointing out, Graham, they had a couple of really, really good opportunities. Yeah. And some of the goalkeeping that we saw on display was particularly good.
Tom McKelly was fantastic. Really was.
This a really good counter-attack. And
so Stuart Allen,
great opportunity. And that's the definition of last-ditch defending, wasn't it?
That's the guy from Stuart Allen. I thought he was our man of the match. He really was fantastic. Really worked hard and did everything he had to do. So.
And then this opportunity as well, skating across the front of goal, and just
nobody there.
Great bit of goalkeeping as well, just to keep that out. And then the last goal.
And the Gordonians' last goal to make it 5-4. Good 1-2 short corner. A goalie's nightmare. Straight between the legs. Not what you want to see. But to be fair to goalkeepers, a short corner is sometimes the hardest place to save is between their legs.
So what changed at half time? Callum identified maybe that the EHL match for Kelburn perhaps taking it out of them a bit, maybe some tired legs.
I think a little bit of that, a little bit of tired legs, but also I think that at half time they saw the game was won. They perhaps eased off a little bit, and credit to Gordonians, as I said at half time, I don't think they're going to do anything in the second half, but they came out and changed things completely and had a real go at it, so it ended up a very good game. 2 contrasting halves.
So there you saw the final score, confirmation that Kelburn have 5-4 victors over Gordonians, and I believe David Holmes, the announcer, stadium announcer, is ready with a post-match interview.
Mark Ramage, commiserations tonight, coach for Gordonians. What did you make of the match?
The game of 2 halves, really. They dominated the first half. We got a relatively young and experienced side, and the boys stepped up in the second half, I thought. First half, we're a bit overwhelmed. You can tell in the warm-up some of them are quite nervous. This is probably some of the biggest games for a couple of youngsters. But overall, they came back and showed a bit of heart, so I was quite pleased.
What turned it around for you?
Attitudes. I think in the first half, like I say, the boys weren't awake or into it yet, so they dug deep and we asked them to show a bit more pride, and they delivered, I thought. And I say fair play to the opposition, they're a very good team. But overall, even in defeat, I'm a bit pleased with the second half.
Tom O'Kelly had quite a good game for you guys in goal.
Fantastic game, yeah. He's an outstanding young goalie. He's working extremely hard on the field and off the field, and he's even coaching all our youth. So Tom played outstanding today, and we saved us a few times.
And what do you make of the pitch?
Good. Glad the rain held off. Driving up here, I thought it was going to be cancelled. But very good facilities and can't fault it.
And the idea of bringing teams down for this kind of weekend where you've got 6 teams, 8 teams, 10 teams competing, what do you think of that?
I think it should happen more, 3 or 4 times a year if we can, because I know the players really respond to big occasions, and it's a good learning curve. Like if they want to progress through international hockey and stuff, they need to have occasions like this where they're put under pressure, not only on in the field, but the whole build up to the matches.
Mark Rounge, thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers.
So the thoughts of Gordonians coach there, speaking to David Holmes. So we're just about ready for a short break, lunch interval, but don't go too far because the next match coming up sees the women in action, and it's Milne Craig Clydesdale Western against Grove Mingus Hill. That's coming up at 3 o'clock in just under an hour and a half's time. A reminder that if you want to get in touch with us and tell us your thoughts on the matches that you're watching, you can tweet us. The hashtag is AwesomeOctober. Scottish Hockey have been very active today on Twitter, so please do join the conversation and let us know what you think of today's matches, or the coverage in fact, and we'll try and feed your comments in at half-time and full-time. And finally, of course, it's important to thank our sponsors and acknowledge that coverage today could not happen without the generous input of Milne Craig Chartered Accountants and Subway, and the support of Scottish Hockey's principal partner, Aberdeen Asset Management. So the next game will be on air just before 3 p.m. with a little bit of a preview to this afternoon's match. But for now, from Graham, from Callum, and from myself, it's goodbye.
Cigarettes.